All right, so this is coming in on the back side, the Woodpecker Road side of the Highlands. But this will give you an idea. We have a pool over here. There's what's it called? Clubhouse, a competition golf course. Bunch of different neighborhoods throughout the Highlands. There's also a lake, smaller lake, big pond, I don't know what you call it. Definitely I would call it more so on the side of a smaller lake. We're also not far from Lake Chesin from here. You can probably get to Lake Chesin 15-20 minutes from here, I guess. You can be on 288 in about 10 minutes. Get to 95 from here in about, I don't know, 20 minutes-ish. Depending on which direction you're coming from, headed to. All right, I'll pick back up when we get to the house. Well, when we're pulling into that neighborhood, how about that? We have walking trails through here, passing some walking trails now. I don't know if you can see them. Took a little side detour to show you the reserve at the Highlands. This is the clubhouse here. They used to do, I think it was pasta night Wednesdays and something else. I haven't been here in years, but it's a good place. You have the golf course just on the other side over there. I believe they have a driving range. I've never hit this course, but they have a driving range over there. And you always meet some interesting people out here. And while we have the tour going on, I'll swing by the pool. Actually, I'll show you the lake, and which I believe the last house I sold over here was on the water over here. Nice place. We'll pick back up as soon as we get to the water. And passing Fenstown Landing now, and you can see the water from here. No, if I remember correctly, unless they changed it, there's no gas-powered boats here. Just electric and man-powered. And then just beyond this, you have the pool. Here's the Swim and Racket Club, SRC. Pool's over there. Courts and a bunch of kids. All right, pulling into Lylewood. I meant to get a shot of the main entrance of the Highlands. They have a really pretty entrance there, but maybe it was just a lot of traffic, so it wasn't prudent for me to get it. Maybe on the way back out, I might be able to get it for you. This is our street, and this is us. All right, I'll pick back up as soon as I get parked. All right, Lylewood. We're at the end of a cul-de-sac. So typically you're gonna have a smaller front yard and fence out pie-like to the backyard. This is what our cul-de-sac looks like. Okay, what they're asking, $595. I think it's 2747 square feet, puts it about 217 a square foot, I think it was. Definitely have a sloped backyard here. And you can see how the grade kind of comes in towards the house, but it looks like it levels off before you get there. Plus you have some hardscaping, which can help slow down that flow of water. They have extenders on the gutters. There's also 5 something, I don't have it written in front of me. The association is like 5 something a year. I believe, if I remember correctly, that includes the pool. Do not think that includes I can almost guarantee it does not include the golf course, and I don't believe that includes the reserve to have membership there. But anybody can join the reserve there. My parents live, they don't live in the Highlands, but I know my mother was a member here for a while. All right, let's go on inside. All right, come in, 2-story foyer, chandelier here, goes up to the loft area. And we have flex room to the left, living room, flex room, whatever you want to call it. We have it set up as an office. We have built-in shelves, looks like LVP flooring. Dining room to the right, chandelier. Vinyl double pane windows. Looks like the black gaskets that I was telling you about, but they appear to be fine. You have internal moyons, which helps. Chair rail, it's like triple number crown molding. 2-story family room, huge ceiling fan, large picture window with half round window above that. Soak it in, soak it in. Textured ceiling, upstairs, downstairs is flat. And you have your dining area over here, eating, kitchen. Big breakfast bar, looks like granite. Gas cooking, tile backsplash. Dovetail drawers, soft shut. Yep, soft shut all the way. Gas cooking. Very clean, pretty clean. Mostly clean. We'll leave it at mostly clean. I know some of the Highlands is on septic, like public water and septic. So we would need to verify that. I have it on my phone, but I click over to that and I'll leave you. Well, let's do it. Let's find out. Okay, yep. Like I said, public water, conventional septic. Pretty common through here. That might be all of the Highlands, but that's what we have here, public water, conventional septic. We'll go out back here in just a second, but you can see it's definitely sloped, but we have a fenced in area. And nothing else behind you. All right, so let's explore the rest of downstairs. There's your thermostat here for downstairs. Coat closet, good deep coat closet. That looks like probably the flooring that was down here originally, the carpet there. We have our half bath. Different flooring than what we have here. That guy. We have first floor master here. Again, different flooring. Carpet. Good cushy carpet. I like that. This is a king size bed here, if you can't tell what we're looking at here. Walk-in closet. Okay. And primary bath. You have it's a garden tub, nice size. Double vanity. Nice size window. Take your bath. Look out back. I think that's a creek back there. Water closet. And your shower. Okay. Oh, sorry. Trying to hit some lights that go along. Utilities on the same floor as the master. Ceramic tile floor. you typically want your utilities, most people want their utilities on the same floor as the master. So if your master was, the primary was upstairs, that way you don't have to walk. You would want your utilities upstairs as well, so you're not carrying a load of laundry up and down the stairs like poor little John has to do at his place. Gas water heater, gas furnace. It looks like that is servicing upstairs and downstairs. I do see a damper system, so that way you can put more cool upstairs when you need it and more warm air downstairs as needed. Don't see anything to gather an age off of here. Give me just a second, I'm sorry. Might be able to pull something off of that, maybe. I can't really make it out. Here we go, maybe something off of here. And then we drop back, we can look at, when we go outside, we can take a look at the condenser, pull an age off of that. This water heater installed, that was very recently. Okay, panel box, slop sink, 200 amp service. What do we have here? I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that has to do with your irrigation system operations or what. We know what that is. It's a little it's like a mouse trap maybe. Yeah. Okay, well there's your irrigation system there. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe we can chat it. Well, not getting the best signal here right now, so we'll figure out what that is. Also, if you like any place, again, I know I have hammered this home a bazillion times, but I don't care what it says in MLS, neither will a judge. If you want something to stay, make sure it's in the contract. If you want something to go, make sure it's in the contract. It does not matter at all what MLS says. It has to be in the contract to be enforceable. So if you want the kitchen refrigerator or the garage refrigerator, I don't care if it says it in MLS, make sure you put it in there. If you want the washer and dryer to stay, and you're asking for that, I don't care if they're offering up in MLS, you ask for it. It has to be in the contract to be enforceable. Okay, missing a smoke detector there, it's not a big deal. Looks like newer carpet. Loft area here. While we're over here, let's roll these windows down. Maybe dissipating some heat. It does feel good in here. Looks like a wasp nest or something. That's on the inside. That's not where you want it. You don't want it on the outside. You definitely don't want it on the inside. Oops, sorry about that. Hang on one second. The phone is misbehaving. Okay. Walk-in attic. And then I said, let there be light. Nice area. A lot of storage in here. Put additional mesh up there, I guess, to keep flying things from getting in. Smart. Insulation. Okay. Shelving. That is not built in, so if you wanted that to stay, we just had that conversation. And even if it's questionable, always best to, or if you think it's obvious, might not be as obvious to the other parties, so always best to hammer everything out very clearly in a contract, right? Makes everybody happy that way. Okay, so we have one bedroom downstairs, 2, 3, and quattro. So let's go over here to the second bedroom. Ceiling fan, ceiling light. Decent sized room. Walk-in closet. All right. Let's go to bedroom number 3. Ceiling fan, ceiling light. Again, another decent sized bedroom. Not setting any records with the bedroom sizes, but they're pretty good. Nice view. Good shot of the yard here. Sorry. Okay. Double width closet. Six panel doors throughout. Okay, so you have, we've talked about this, you have 3 bedrooms up here. I guess, is this technically a bedroom? Yeah, I guess this is a bedroom. We would also want to verify that through the septic size to make sure it supports 4 bedrooms either way. Like Chesterfield, all of Virginia is basically kind of cracking down on it now. But usually when you have 3 bedrooms sharing 1 bathroom, you want to have 2 vanities or a lot of counter space, which does have quite a bit of counter space, but typically you want 2 sinks. Ceramic tile, cultured marble, kind of older fixtures there. Fiberglass tub. Check the condition of the tub. Looks good from what I can see. Okay. Oh, these are, remember we talked about this too, these wrapped cabinets. These will have a tendency to peel up over time. So you glue them down early and that will prevent it from tearing up like this one starting to tear. But eventually all of this will come loose. So just so that you're aware. Make sure I hit the lights in there. And then you have a linen closet here. Okay. Then we have the frog. Flex room over the garage. Good size room. Ceiling fan, ceiling light. And a walk-in closet. Yoink. Taping is looks like they probably had to do some work on that. But I don't see any, so far I haven't seen anything that is alarming to me. This is probably, well, hands down the best one of the day so far. Hands down the most expensive one of the day so far. Knee wall storage there. Let's work our way down and out. And did we see a second thermostat up here? I don't recall seeing a second thermostat. So this might be single zone, which would make sense because that's what we saw downstairs. Sometimes you'll have 1 unit and 2 thermostats. So this is a true single zone. Good size house, plus you have open area where a lot of the heat's going to escape from downstairs to come up. So whenever that unit were to go out, I would probably put some real consideration into making this a 2 zone, or you can go with the single zone and convert it, or a single unit and convert it to a 2 zone, or automatic damper since you already had the damper system in place. But let's go outside. All right, composite decking. This composite decking is pretty stuff, and I'm not sure exactly what type this is. Could be Trex, I don't know. But I know some composite decking in the summer goes from about lukewarm to ER visit in a matter of in short order because it can get really, really hot depending on the type of composite decking that it is. Let me give you a shot of this backyard here. I like the fencing. Fencing looks to be in very good condition. But it is sloped. And that does look like a creek back there. I don't know if you can make that out or not. At least a creek bed. And I thought I saw gutter guards in place when I was upstairs. But yeah, they do have gutter guards in place. I can't see them from right here on this side, but up there I can make out gutter guards, I believe. Yeah. Vinyl siding. Let's make our way down. This is nice. You can put, I think we talked about this before, you can actually put, it's like corrugated roofing that you'll see like on some sheds or greenhouses or whatever, and put that underneath here, run it, have it sloped to come out this way, and then put a gutter system in place. And you can come down here year round, rain, whatever, and enjoy your area down here. Okay, and I'm gonna do a perimeter walk since we are on a slope, not entirely uncommon to find some type of cracking in the foundation. And just because you find a crack in the foundation doesn't mean that it's anything serious. Matter of fact, I would say probably, I'm gonna go so far as to say 49 times out of 50. When you have a crack in the foundation, let's just say 19 out of 20, just to be on the conservative side here, very conservative side. A structural home inspector will see it, and carrier unit here. Inspector will see it and recommend that a structural engineer takes a look at it. We can pull the age off of that. I can't really make it out because I don't have a lot of room to let. I'm just holding my phone off to the side on that. But we'll recommend that a structural engineer comes to take a look at it. 9 times out of 10, 19 times out of 20, 99 times out of 100, structural engineer is just going to say have a qualified mason point it and keep an eye on it. More composite decking. That looks like different composite decking than what we had on the deck up there. Let's go see what's in the. Oh, found the dog. Let's go take a look at the. What's attached? That's the attached storage there. Yeah, pretty rare that you have any serious structural issues going on, even when you find a crack. Depending on how they look, anyways. All right, we're on the outside of the fence. And I'm gonna go pop ahead in the attached storage here. Ooh. Wow. I like that. This concrete pad under here. That crunching was just some tiles that were laid down. Very nice. Insulation looks a touch stringy, nothing crazy. You can make out some moisture lines along the block, along the side here. Probably have some in the front, I would imagine. Yeah, a little bit of moisture lines along the front side there. Again, I don't see anything that raises an eyebrow in here. A little, yeah, something like this type of crack. Nothing serious at all about that. I'm not a structural engineer, but that's what I would imagine, in my experience, that's what a structural engineer is going to say. It's only been 20 years of doing this. What do I know? All right. Okay, so let's walk around front. Continue looking at the foundation here. Everything here looks really, really good though so far. I think you guys would like this place. Has my seal of approval. I don't know what you guys would think about the floor plan. I'm not saying it's a bad floor plan. That's just something that's kind of like personal taste. So it looks like your septic is probably going to run out along through here. I was expecting to see a clean out. There you go. There's your clean out. So your septic is probably running out along. It's either going to run out along through here, which I can't imagine it's going to be going this way. I bet you it's probably making an elbow under here somewhere, because you wouldn't want to put all this on top of your septic tank. And if I had to guess, see if we can make something out. Well, I'm gonna guess it's probably running out this way. That would make sense for a gravity fed septic system. Okay. Well, so that looks like a dryer vent outlet, which I think would make sense because I think your dryer vent was right around here, or your dryer was around here. But I swear I thought I saw one of those on the backside as well. But either way, good sized driveway, plenty of parking space. A little bit of damage on your garage here. Don't see anything major about that. Well, there's another vent up there. Right now, I'm more so paying attention to your shingle overhang. I think the seller's agent said it was a 5-year-old roof. Overhang on the shingles looks good. I'm also looking at siding and foundation. Not entirely uncommon for heavy rains. You get water poured up through here, but you have the hardscaping here. We were just up underneath the house. I didn't see anything that really jumped out. You can make out some moisture lines there, but everything so far looks good as far as like moisture diversion. Obviously they've been cognizant of it. They have the water diverted away. Not sure where this runs, but I imagine it probably goes out that way, diverting water away from the house. Again, overhanging the shingles looks fine. Some of the rake trim looks like it's kind of pulling away from the house a little bit. See along through there. Again, if this is the worst thing we have here, it's pretty good. Gas line here. That's for your irrigation system. They're trying to keep that from freezing since it sticks up above ground. Not all of them stick up above ground, but this one here does. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. All right. Okay. Definitely the best one of the day. This might be one of the best ones that we've seen, actually. And cue the deer. Did you guys ever see Funny Farm? Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Well, you really blended in there, didn't you, buddy? Yeah, if you're not familiar with Funny Farm, Cue the Deer, it's pretty good movie. I'll tell you about it later. Let me know what you think of the house.